All right, hey guys. So, first base breakdown stream. We're going to try to walk through the bases of the opponent, kind of mark up some stuff, see what we can see. I'm going to try to pull up. I haven't used the YouTube environment before, so I'm going to try to. I got to find my way here to the comments. And the other thing I got to do is get my voice out of my own head. There we go. Killed that. Was talking to myself. But if you've got suggestions or thoughts around the bases, just type in chat. Type in chat. I'll type it in chat right now. If you have suggestions on a given base, we'll work up from the bottom. And let's get to it. So first off, we had an attack already. A-Boy, a.k.a. Ren, actually hit a base. Let's watch that one first. It'll give you a sense for some of the markup we might see. So it's not a very strong base, but A-Boy's not coming in with strong heroes, so kind of equals things out. 22 and 20 Royals. Well, look at the angle here. We don't want to go too slow. That could basically kill us. Trying to get up to speed here. There we go. So the first thing you want to ask yourself is, why did he pick that angle, though? So like as you look at the base, you know, looking at his mix, he's trying to do a Lavalunian. Doesn't have much ground force outside of the Royals and the Golem there. And I think he has, bowlers coming out of the CC. So it's a pretty light push. He's going to try to get the queen. Wow, that's big. Holy cow. Let's clear that off. He's going to try to get the queen. Also the one Wiz Tower and an AD, not getting any ADs. Now, see, that's probably what's interesting is, so he's prioritizing the queen and also triggering the CC with his Royal squad. So let's keep going. And he actually, this is a bad, he lost the queen to the outside because his initial cut team didn't get that town hall down. So this is actually going to come back and haunt him, make it a little more hard than it should have been. But luckily, he had enough. He had a couple wizards in there. What did he use to? He had a poison. I'm trying to see. We'll have to go back to see how he ended up killing that CC team. And there you go. And a heal at the end, which is interesting. Versus a rage, right? Rather. So that's an interesting choice, too. So he's going with, instead of an additional rage, so three haste, 1 rage, 1 heal, and a jump to get a little deeper with that small team, even though I'm going back because I want to see how he got the CC down. Okay, so he had backed that up with three wizards, and that's what ended up helping him. No, 2 wizards were lost in the cut. So what does he have there? Let's look. He's got nothing that I can see. Is it a double poison that gets it? Maybe. Because that could have been really pretty deadly for him. Looking at that. But let's take a look. I still can't believe that he got that baby drag down. Unless it was a double poison, and it wasn't. Is what you have to say there. I want to look at it one more time. Because how many times have you guys lost to the baby dragon on CC when your queen doesn't dive? So if he would have started his queen more on this side, it would have been a little safer. But notice the nice placement by that. Both those things are basically not allowing him to enter that box without potentially losing some of his royals. He would have had to start like right here at the corner and then maybe dive. But you notice how it's just really not trying to let him in. Or do a breakthrough right here so that the whole squad goes in and basically pushes through. That might have been the better. So in hindsight, if he would have broke here, he would have had a little bit cleaner than coming here. Because then his team's here doing his thing, and his queen, while they're sweeping, sweeps out. So that's something to think about in terms of pathing for next time. But this is the last time I'm going to look at it. see the one poison. So I think he got pretty lucky there. But anyway. All right, so let's go up the hill here a little bit. We'll take a look at 29. What do we got? We've got, just checking if that's down, it's up. So the expos aren't too strong there. They're both lined up. It's a pretty narrow base. Usually you're trying to get a more narrow base. So we know the pathing is going to be in one of these two directions, right? We're not going to try to go sideways into the base. ADs are on the edge. So he's really trying to force. And you know what I would say, actually, when they do this AD on the edge stuff, they're trying to make it very difficult because it leaves a big core, as you think of the pathing that your hounds would do, right? It's going to leave a very big core for your air to kind of work into. So actually, what I might think about doing here is more of like the old school healer on some things. So like healer on giant squad. And the reason why you do that is because you get free, basically, if you wall break in here and push through. There's really no resistance for a long time to your healer giant like bowler type push. So I would actually kind of think of it that way. The other thing to think about is like getting the CC out early and the queen. So maybe coming out with your roy like somewhere. You want to go at one of the ADs, and then maybe push in from that. So like maybe a jump here would get you pretty deep, and then you can just kind of wiggle your way through. Because look, they'll never even resist you from way back here, and then you can hog these or something. So think about that in terms of that base. I would be thinking of some type of healer supported attack against that. Taking out your KHC squad would take out something with bowler backing out of the CC, drive one of these edges, and then you kind of just let that crew just work their way through, because this will never, it doesn't have enough firepower to take out like a giant or a rage giant. The healer giants and the rage will work. So I'd be thinking about that. The only other thing I worry about is like, where do you think the Teslas are? They're probably here. Because again, his whole concern of this base is he's trying to put it's a kill area is in the middle. So probably that supported in the middle. So once again, if you can just get a push in from a healer supported unit, pushing and then have a little bit of snipe action on the back, probably hog to take out this stuff, just in case your healers are still up by the time they get there. The only other concern you'd have is like a flanking, so if you don't get deep enough, this guy might hurt like a healer action, so you want to be able to have a plan for the other side. Maybe that's just, it could be a variety of ways that you could take that out. It could be hogs, it could be a hasted loon attack into the AD, something like that. So I'd think that on 29, but if you guys have some other ideas, you could throw that out there. Let's go back one. Oh, we got an attack going on. What happened? Puck missed on Ellen. Sorry. Oh, and look, Ren went again while we were in. So let's take a look at another Ren attack. Ren and his weak heroes. So let's guess what he's gonna do. Queen and CC are down here, so probably something in this area. Nope. Unless he's doing a cut to get to it. I would think he's gonna. What are you doing there, Ren? Holy cow. So he's got to be going heavy. He's got 2 golems. One bounces in, one stays high. He got a good dive, though, off of his king and queen. So why wasn't a worry? I mean, I think he wanted that other golem to slide, and it didn't. So that probably wasn't the ideal situation for him. He was hoping they'd both dive, but his plan now is he's basically going to get to here. Now look at the radius of the queen. So he's doing an extended push into the queen. He's assuming he can get there. I don't see any other notable plans of how he can get him down. So he needs that kill squad to get all the way to her. Let's see if it makes it. Queen's there and a bowler. So we don't got a lot of juice. So see how close that was? So again, I think again in his second attack, he had a problem. Like the early attack, he had a queen wander off on him. This attack, his golem didn't pull back. There's a specific amount of tiles that you can put a golem away from their lockup point. And he was a little, I would think with that hole, I think it's like right about here. So if he would have looked at where it's going to post up, and you'd have to look that up. I don't know it off the top of my head, but if you look at kind of what that tile distance is, then you can know if it'll let go and come to the hole. But you can tell this is really way closer than he wanted, because if he hadn't gotten that queen down, all this would have been for naught. He probably would have had some trouble. Yeah, because look, she'd still be shooting. But no. Does have a lot of loons left, but I don't think he would have got it if he wouldn't have gotten that queen. So he probably wanted that other golem to move in. But so look at how far he did end up pushing. So you don't have to go directly at the queen if you feel like you can make the push, but you can see the risk, right? You need to have that shielded unit to get all the way through. There's Chop wanting to know if it's on YouTube. It should be on YouTube. We're streaming, I think. Let's see. Oh, wait. It says offline. Or am I online? Shit. Hold on. I'm live. Stop streaming. No, I'm live. So let me check and make sure that everybody else can see me. Let me fire this up real quick and I'll check. We'll do a refresh. You guys can do it at home. How does that work anyway? Here, let me pull it up on one of my other things. Let's try it in Explore. Whoops, sorry. You guys are like, oh, please stop. Well, this is what you get. This is what you get. This is the first time we're checking some stuff out, so get off me. Oh yeah, it's right there. I can see it. So you can see. Look, you guys already know because you're watching, but live now, click, yep, bang. So we'll close that out. All right, so we are back in the saddle, as it were. Let's get back to my comment screen. I haven't seen anybody comment, but that's fine. I'm not looking for comments. So we're done looking at 3 bases now. We're rolling right along. Let's see here. I will say I am live, Chop, onto YouTube now. There. So now he knows. So we looked at 29. Let's look at 28. How long have we been streaming for? Hell, I don't know. All right, an interesting base. We got the queen up top. Expos are in linear form. ADs are symmetrical. We've got the air sweepers kind of pointed this way. So what that means is you want to kind of attack from the backside of the air sweepers. So look at, if we would come with this attack line, that'll give us, we can take out one. So like a push into the queen and through here, like into kind of this depth with the kill squad, would then allow you to potentially, I would think, kind of come, you don't want to come this way, we come more this way, right? Save that last sweeper for the end. Kind of nip it from the back, and that gives the queen time to potentially get it. So concern-wise, I'd be looking for the Tesla farm. I'd guess it'd be here, maybe here. Those are both working in your favor, though, because think about the pathing. Look at the range of the ADs locking. So if the hounds are floating over those, you're good. And there's not a lot of anti-air here. You can do a simple loon into this at the very end when this is locked up with the hound. This won't push it because look at the spread. And then this guy, then the loons will go this way. So you can just basically go at the very tail end, that kind of a loon snipe with 3, maybe 3 loons there. So again, I would wall break in. I would maybe drop like a golem, kind of like what you saw with Ren, but just a little bit less, and then jump right here, and we'd move through. with the cage C1 as it were, and then the bowlers, and we would push on down into here, and then once we get this sweeper down, that's what we're watching for. Where's the CC at? Oh, right there. So that's a pretty early CC. So you're going to want to, that's going to be, basically they're trying to kind of trap you by squeezing it a little bit, making it really tight for you. But if you drop the poison right on top, and it might actually be, although they can't place here, so I would go for it, I think. You can't be too worried about it. And you got to get the queen anyway. So if you wanted to make it really, if you wanted to draw it out, you could start her over here and walk that way, or come over here and walk that way. But I think, just do a trigger and kill it. See what you got, and then kill it. So that would be my only concern. Is this a little cramped? Let's see what we're in. Plus you're under fire from the expo. Unless you're fighting right where that X is. What else have they got locked on us? Not much. So it's not bad. I mean, you want to fight right here. So you drop your golem. It's not going to bang away at anything. It's going to try. That's another risk. So if you drop the golem, he's going to head on over here. That's not what you want. Plus, there's nothing. See, he won't even come here. Even if you break that wall, he's going to still go all the way to the edge. So maybe move like this. Just don't like that. I'm trying. Ideally, we want to flow and get this break. That's the ideal. Now, I usually say no to 4Q, but with this compressed space and the difficulty of getting the wall breaker where you want it, although you could probably, no, it won't get it. I think if you just carry a few extra wall breakers, like 6, and just dump them right then, and then but still the golem will swing out and not be defending you. That's the problem. I don't know. I'm gonna go with what I don't like to say usually. So a 4Q might be better. We basically open up this entire. Do we open that segment or this segment? Well, we said the sweeper was more important, but this will give us the. Basically, then the queen can be here. We can fight from this direction. Yep. So I would 4Q from right here. Woo Boy will be like, yeah, you would. And then, because he always wants to do it. And then your kill squad can move in with the golem and the bowlers behind. And they should flow in pretty cleanly if you start them over here and kind of let them wrap. There's really not a lot for them to pull through if this is all down. And then they'll come into here, and we should get both sweepers with that. If we 4Q that, we'll have access to all of this. And then you would then run your Laloon. So that would be what I would kind of think about there. Don't forget about your early, before the start of the attack, maybe an archer on each one of those. Don't get caught with the timer. You can actually use a minion or something because there's a lot of stuff out here. So 3 minions might get you a lot of value. There's nothing really to shoot them. See how the range is kind of short, so you'll get at least 2 buildings. So 3 minions at the start will be a lot of value as well. All right. Has anything changed since we left? No. All right, let's keep moving. 27. 27. Let's see here. What do we got? So sweepers are here. Queen. CC. So they're definitely there. So either going to push long through it like Ren did with that first attack. So we could do a movement this way. I like leaving the town hall for the very end if we can. It's kind of a hang up for your troops usually. How far is the range on the CC? We have these 2 mortars that are going to mess with any type of pathing we do with golems. And a cannon. So That's problematic. He's got a lot of stuff outside. Cannon, mortar, archer tower. So basically, you're got to take those down to allow your troop placement to go where you want, or use it against itself. So in this case, check the range. So see how this, if we get a golem placed right here, we'll lock up this cannon, and then that would allow us to really, though, hang on, look at this. So there's really no anti-air of note. How far does that guy go over? Yeah. So if you drop a golem right here, you can then air this. There's really nothing to stop you trimming with maybe like minions, or if you wanted to go cheap. How far does this shoot? Yeah, you'll get all three. You won't get the cannon. So maybe like a baby dragon would move. Like, so a baby dragon right here would basically get this for sure. And that's kind of one flank, and then you can come. So that golem's posted up there waiting, getting popped pretty good because the cannon, and archer tower on him. So he's going to die pretty fast or get wounded up. He's got a lot of stuff on that side. A lot less defense over here. A lot of open spaces as well. This is strange. This might be something. Where do you think his Teslas are? The ADs are also kind of not symmetrical, really. They're kind of in a line. So usually when I see a more of a line-based AD line type defense structure, it means it's part of the base is very weak to like a sustained attack, like some type of healer supported attack into the soft area, which would be this part of the base. So yeah, if you went, that might be interesting to actually just trying to look at it. I'm thinking about where like a healer based, like a Heiji bow, if we pushed into this, it would go like this, and then it would come in. Really no pressure except for this. This is really the angle you want to come in at over here. There's less distraction there too, just that mortar. I would think there's Teslas in here. Can't really wall breaker here though. It's interesting. It's almost got a void in the base. So it's that kind of void base where it's like, actually it goes further. Look at that. This whole core is non-defensive unless there's some Teslas in here. The only problem is the queen. Well, I want to push into here. I guess I should just go with what my instinct is. So some type of, maybe right into there with a healer-based supported giant push or golem. Baby dragon here because you got nice cuts for the baby dragon. There's real no support, so you basically baby dragon into this. Although the queen will come out to support, so you want the golem down earlier. Kind of the golem maybe posting up here because that'll lock the queen. But don't do that until you have your baby dragon cut here. because there's really nothing to support that. You'll get pressure on when it tries to get to the mortar. But by then, what we want is we want to do a healer push. Although, yeah, because if we're sitting there and the queen's shooting at it, it doesn't really matter if I've got healer support. So maybe like a golem with a healer, or a bunch of giants with a healer, and they're sitting there, and then you drop your wall breakers to try to get here. So like from here, and then we'll get into this box. And then what we're wanting to do is we want to move this way with the box. So the giant should actually move here and break through this hole unless your bowlers bust everything up. But with their chuck range, I don't think there's a lot to push down through. And you just walk around the base, I would think, with the giants. So you're going to do one. I don't think you'll even bring a jump. I think you're just going to rage through. And then maybe do like, as this locks up, kind of snipe in off this to help. So like maybe loons or something. Like this one they're giving away for free. So I would think of something along those lines though. Something tracking from 12 and trying to move this way with the structure of the base, because you're really getting what this gives you, this gap in the base. You're getting less pressure from this side. So it allows this team to move through without a lot of flanking. Your healers can trail without risk of being shot down by the ADs from the other team. See how far they reach. So it's definitely a healer-based movement through this group. Would be my thought. Enough on that. What will we look at now? 26. What the hell? 26. If you guys are listening to me, you should type in the chat. Has anybody typed in the chat? Someone test the chat. Oh, wait. A-Boy's got 27. You have comments on 27? Type in YouTube chat so I can test if it... Let's see. I'm talking about a Yeti PLO. Whatever. You can call it. He's talking about a 439.82. All right. Dude, I gave up all those words a long time ago. What does he want to do? So A-Boy, who is Ren, wants me to double jump from 70-30 to get Archer Queen, Biolava Luna from 6 counterclockwise. All right. Well, let's look at that again. Shit. So I don't know why they're not typing in the YouTube chat. I can't look at the chat and stream, and you guys are like, come on, read the chat. Well, I can't read this chat, you guys. It's harder if you type in the YouTube chat. It's easier. But all right, torture me. 27. Double jump from 7:30 to get Archer Queen. Okay, so he's saying 7:30 would be about right here. I'm assuming he'd wall break in, jump, something like that. Or maybe jump, like that. Some type of jumping. And then he wants me to buy Lavalunian from 6 o'clock counterclockwise. So if he's 7:30 is where he's doing his KHC, and then he's 6 o'clocking from here. Oh, so he's definitely coming with this. So he's trying to do this counterclockwise. So this is his flow for his Biolava. This is his KHC team. Yeah, okay. So you don't like my... So A-Boy is not buying into the line. That's fine. Has anybody typed in chat yet? We are typing in chat. Can you not see it? Yeah, I can't see it. Let me see if there's somewhere else I need to go. My channel. Hold on. For visitors. Where's the stream at? Oh, my God. See, this is the first time for me streaming on YouTube, so I have to figure this shit out. Videos, live streaming. All right, what do we got here? That is not offline. Analytics, events. Okay, so events is live now. Oh, I found it. Hooray! Oh, shit. Okay. Let me shut this up. All right, I found it. Hi. I think I was typing in my other one that I'd set up. All right, here we go. So now everybody knows I'm actually have found the damn chat. Oh, that was embarrassing. How do we type in YouTube chat? Well, see, I can't help you, Chop Jeff. I'm now closing this one. Let's move on. Let me go back to... Let me go back. What were we on? We went back to 27, and I talked about 26. So let's go. Steve thinks we should do a Hijibiho. I thought we did 26 already. I'm going to do 25. So if you want 26 again, you got to yell about it. Let's look at 25. All right, so there. First off, what do we see in the corners? We want to basically plan just an archer set or two, maybe 3 minions. The 80s are really central, so minions will do really well. You'll get a lot of value, especially boy on this side. So you might even want to whoa, hello, big letters. But if you come in here with a baby dragon, look how far that'll go before anything really presses it. I'd really go with minions though. Screw it. Get cheap. Cheap is good. So 3 minions maybe to get the corners. But now let's look at the base. ADs are central. Boy, they are tight. Look at that overlap. Shit. So you know what that base says to me? That base says to me, snipe action. So who's with me on snipe action? Anybody feel good about 25 snipe action? So it's basically I'm talking about like maybe a 2 golem, maybe even a 3 golem push to mid. Where's the queen? Right there. So I'd be coming somewhere from here, although A-Boy always likes to come from a long way. So screw it. I don't care what A-Boy thinks. Let's go with a jump right here, and I'm coming right up the gut. Let's check the cuts to make sure our team will flow in nicely. Oh yeah. Look at this, dude. Yeah. So we can totally. Well, there's a little pressure. Baby dragon here. We'll get these two for sure. I'm worried about this stain, so you might want to. So if you drop your golem where he posts up here, we basically have locked it up. What I don't like there though is that queen's gonna be gnawing on him. So that's bad. And the other thing is he's set this up here on purpose. This double depth. It's going to take you a lot longer. There's a risk of not getting the cuts done and losing your troops to the 3 o'clock position. So I'm thinking A-Boy would be right to be telling me to do what he would want to do. Oh wait, sorry, just joined. Central ADs. Get team to the core and then B drag. Oh, we want B drag. B drag, huh? Yeah. Well, okay. So we're agreeing on getting to the core. So let's work on getting to the core. I'm gonna go away from 6 because there's really a lot of stuff here at 6 that's gonna cost you a lot of slot value to get down. Meaning a lot of your troop space will be. It's not efficient at 6. I don't think coming in straight at it, just like I'm just gonna get in this no matter what. I would be more. Where's a cheap way in? We want cheap. Here's a nice, so we could use this against him. Post up on the golem. There's really not a lot of pressure. It's just one. Yeah, so the golem will be out of the range of the expo. So a golem versus an archer tower is not a bad trade. Then we could drop a baby dragon right here. Or maybe right here. She'll move this way, right? So baby dragon like this. Golem to here. We're cutting. This guy's shooting still, so he's locked up. Oh, even better. And then we baby dragon right here and into this. So this leaves this nice little finger. We wall breaker in. And then we jump right here on the goodness. And that'll take our team down and through and be just hanging out. We'll get the queen and we'll set up position right there in the core. And it'll also give us this access over time. So basically we'd have access to all this from one jump. I would think. So maybe go heavy. So I would be like the CC bowlers with maybe 2 golems there because it's going to be an extended push. Maybe even 3. Because you want to get into here. And then you're waiting. And then I guess to Woo Boy's point, once we can get this center core down, then we would push up. We would baby dragon the edge. And this side too. But you need a lot of juice. You need a lot of juice to survive this. Let's see if anybody's agreeing with that. Blah, 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 blah. Nope. Oh boy, it hasn't commented since then. So that might, I think that's just easier with the cuts. Now there might be a better way to get to that mid. The downside of that cut with that jump there is you're a little off kilter from the ADs. Ideally, you'd want your jump to be right in core. So maybe I would change my, the ideal jump would be right here. Let's think about that for a minute. Let's look at, so one thing you want to do when you're looking at your cuts is you don't want to try to cut on corners usually. It's risky. I want to avoid that. You like to do your entries off of the extended out part of the base because that's where you tend to bias your wall breakers at. So maybe we go here. See if we're getting a little pressure on the baby dragon, but not enough to hurt her. We push her there. And we go here. Now we're still doing the 3 at the beginning, right? We're still getting those. But so our cuts are right here. So here's our entry, and we're going for an entry right here. Check if there's any pressure on that wall breaker coming in. Not really. So then we can drop a golem. Whoops. Then we can drop a golem here and here. And they should sense when the wall breaker breaks, and then they should move in. And then we can get that much more centralized jump. Going to do way better. Going to get your 80s down way more consistently. And then you just let the queen. Hold on. So then look at where so the CC's out. Queen will sense you. Once you're in the mid, she'll come up. And so and the fact that your jump's right there. Right there. You want to grab this corner with your jump. So count it off. She'll at least jump into this box to get to your guys because look at her range. She will shoot once your guys are standing on this wall or moving into this. And so she's going to jump to here to get there. So you need access to this box to take her down. Not critical. But if you got 2 golems that are hanging out here banging around with your guys are jumping around, you're going to have a little flank pressure from this guy and this guy. Although they may break off. So you're going to take a little pressure. So you might want to have a plan for how you're going to deal with these 2 flanks. But that could be your baby dragon right there. You know, just come in. Or a loon. Because it's pretty far back. Maybe. Or maybe you just deal with it. And you just heal off of it. Or maybe it's a hog. I don't know. That'll be the only problem with that entry is that you're basically driving right through the core, which is never nice. But it's also the safest. All right. See if anybody's arguing with me about this. I think I'm done with this base. Blah, 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 blah. 3 golems on 3 SE defenses. What's an SE defense? Yeah, maybe 3 golems. Yeah, I would say. Yeah, if you want to go heavy. I mean, remember what do they call it? The max attack? Whatever. Yeah, so 3 golems. Air sweeper for the jumps. Yeah, I think we're all agreeing. Hi, love you. Love you too, Stony Stark. Uh-oh, that's saying something. Awkward. Oh, yeah, makes sense. Bay Drags flanks. I like the plan. I'm out till potluck, said Steve DeLong. Okay, well, good. All right, let's move on. Let's go look at another base. Let's go do something more exciting. Oh, somebody's attacking. Have we missed anything? How's the war going? 2 3-stars, 2 3-stars. They've attacked 5 times. Okay, we'll just let them keep attacking. Keep going at it. Keep taking us out, team whatever that your name stands for. Oh, look at this wonky base. All right, so again, this is that hole where they're trying to mess with you, right? So this is basically an AD line. Very asymmetrical base. Queen's down low with the CC. Sweepers are trying, so the sweepers being here, they're basically assuming you'd come this way, I guess. So it's very tempting to come this way to kind of take out those air sweepers. But remember, you want to really walk towards the queen. So you're going to be leaving that air sweeper set up. unless we can get close enough to her. Let's see how far. So the only places we could get to her are here and here, where she'll trigger and we can mess with her. That's a long walk, so you'd have to be coming from here or here, if not direct at her. So anybody got... I'm Darth, by the way. Oh, hey, Darth. Mass, minor, everything, says Ryan. You got it, Ryan. First off, you got to wonder where the Teslas are. I'm going to say here. Here. There's a Tesla farm in here somewhere. Probably, I'm going to guess here, but... So Tesla farm's one concern. They're really giving you... Where's the coverage for the ADs? Wow, they're really giving you that 6 o'clock position. They're like, go ahead. The Expos are up top. Shout, please, to Gamer Lord 500. Okay, James has a plan. He wants to 3-P.E.K.K.A that thing. 3-P.E.K.K.A, 3-healer, baby drag. Yeah, some type... I mean, a sustained attack is what I'd refer to that as, because you're basically trying to take advantage of this gap of air defense down here. You won't be pressured. So basically, your healers can get all the way basically here, so that your queen or whatever would be in pretty good position. Especially if you jump. Boy, that's just a lot of jump value, too, right there. But the downside of that, really spread. Right? We get in there. Our troops could be God knows where. Way too big of a front. Would much rather have a narrow, more of a narrow front to work off of. You know what I'm leaning towards? If we get up here, if I can work my team this way, because there's not a lot of pressure when you look at it, right? You got this Expo. Lol. I need to check those baby attacks. Yeah, I don't know about the P.E.K.K.A. I mean, the P.E.K.K.A is nice because it'll be sustained. I don't like the setback with the ADs for like a Heiji. Well, we can't. So if we don't do air, basically we'd be doing brute force then. We just beat the shit out of it because it's so spread. Because that's one thing the base is giving you. That is a spread base. And if you... Oh, there we go. Okay, there it is. So basically we're going to max attack or 3 golem this base, I would think. It's too spread. And what that does is it's got all this stuff on the outside for sniping, right? Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. This stuff is easily sniped, right? So I would probably 3 go from here or here, because they're, your snipes are going to be the risk is going to be these whiz towers. So take out one of them, and then just push to this mid. Get the 2 Expos in the process and access to the queen. So I think I just answered my question. So I'm going to jump. So I'm going to come in from here, I think. Here's my cuts. We're going to try to wall breaker right there. Let's look at post up a golem. Yeah. So post a golem up against this archer tower. That gives our wall breaker clean run into the base. I don't think there's anything else that can mess with it. So we drop our wall breaker. Although they'll probably run for this. Those damn outcroppings. Looks like I would do then. Would I come in from up here all the way? Instead? It gets me deeper. I think I could still jump here And I think I can get both those boxes with the jump. 7 radius on the jump. That's, how big is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So we can jump. I could jump here, break here, cuts here. I get this, and then I move through. There's not a lot of stuff here, really. This is a non-defensive box, a king. This might be a Tesla farm or not, and then you got this. So basically you're moving through here, maybe 2 golem, you're taking up the mid position, and you're just trying to break down the 2 expos and stuff. So you'll basically have range on this. And then, I guess, so the only downside of that is you can't really double jump, yeah. Yeah, and the other thing you could try is like the Skelly. I've seen a couple times with the Skellies on the queen. The problem with this is that leaving the queen to the end, it almost forces more of a sniping action. So like Wu was saying, maybe a double jump off here. So if we're here, and that gives me access to, basically at that point, the part of the bases that's open to me is all this. I can get all this off of entry here and a jump there. And then if you jump again right here, you got the whole base. So maybe just plow through. It's 3 golem. It's a 3 golem express. You just plow through. Wizard cuts. You're just bowlers. You know, every troop you can put on your bar, just moving. And then hold a few. Really, these won't do a lot of damage, but hold a few loons for this outer edge. Because notice how this is the weak area. Yeah, that's what it is. So you want to snipe from the 6. So you're sniping this arc because it's the opposite of the AD line. Once the queen's locked into it, but you're moving basically 3 golems down, and they're going to come through the mid. So there's my scribble off that. Everybody get it? Here, I'll do it one more time. 1, 2, wall breaker, jump, 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 3 golem, and as you move off distract, you could do some loon snipes on this side or baby dragons. But I wouldn't get too carried away. I would just let your troops off that should do pretty good. Maybe even like some, don't get crazy. So just something simple like that. If you guys got problems with that one, let me know. That's 24. $23. 1, 2, line, 80s. Another asymmetrical base of the line. So what do? We want some type of heel supported push into the line side with the whiz towers down here, right? Right, and then off the back side, we can still run a Lunian off this line, but it's going to be smaller. So you want to downgrade. Don't overinvest in loons or lava hounds when you do this, because this will actually be pretty weak. Maybe like 1 loon, especially when you don't even have overlap. Yeah, they're not even in Overwatch. That one is. So you've got 1. But yeah, if you pushed in like here, wall break here, that'll definitely get you your queen. What kind of cut actions are we getting? Oh yeah, and you got easy cut action right there. That could be a baby dragon. Boom, boom. Could do the same over here. How far we got to go? External ADs. Maybe AQ walk. What are you talking about? External ADs. Oh, you're talking about in this space? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I would. Hey, Luke's locks. Test returned. Test back to you, man. Test back. External. Yeah. Wu might be right. Yeah. The AQ walk against, and then you can just do hounds on that. Although the downside of that walk would be that's a long walk with a lot of stuff. So you're going to have a time problem. I would lean towards more of, just the, although I see what he's saying, and I wouldn't argue with it. I mean, you could do it. I just think that the cuts are so clean to get in There's really no resistance to baby dragon cuts here and here, in terms of they won't die. And then you, and there's not, and the only thing that shoot it is this. Yeah, so I would be like, well, how far does this whiz tower shoot? So the wall break's going to be a little difficult. We want to be right here. So maybe we drop a golem right here so that our wall break will be clean for sure. And no pressure from the expo. Notice the expo is also supporting protection of the wall. So that golem right there will really give you a better run at it with your wall breakers. You got your baby dragons, golem come in, then your wall breakers, then you do your jump off this expo. Your whole team is basically just driving this core. This dragon should survive forever, right? This dragon's gonna be up here, burning things up, killing things. Hell, drop another baby dragon. Why not? Just have a whole flock of them. But then you get up to this point, you're going to get the queen down, you're going to get the CC down, you're about this far deep penetration, then I would just run the loon because it's a nice clean pathing. You're going to take this AD down. The air sweeper will go down. I'm going to color it in like a nose. And then the only sweeper that's left is right at the end of the attack. It's not going to really do anything. Because the other thing is your balloons are going to come out, smack it in the head. So there you go. I like that one for 23. Whether you do or not, I don't know. Let's see. I mean, we've come a long way. I found where you guys were in chat. This is not bad for the first run through. All right, what do we got here? So we want to set aside 4 archers or 4 minions. Something. Don't leave those huts. This clan loves their asymmetrical bases. Another ADs on the outside, right? Bang, bang, bang. Got a weird line of whiz towers here. Where's our sweepers? There's a sweeper. There's a sweeper. Queen and the CC are sitting together. So the ADs are somewhat symmetrical. The whiz tower line is not symmetrical. This is where you're going to die. This is probably like Tesla's right here or here. But it's inside. The Teslas, if I'm guessing right, are supporting this whiz line. This is where they want your loon attack to come and die. So we want to break that up. We don't want to die. So I would say, let's see how far the queen sees. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So if we get something in on this whiz tower or this expo, queen's gonna jump at minimum to this box, right? So where do we want to go, right? So now you can think about the king is who we want to enable. Oh, we can't look at that damn wall. So we got two walls to get through. That I don't like. Nobody's got any ideas for this one yet. 22, if you got ideas. Because I don't like the wall density. It's pretty compact in terms of number of boxes on the base. Making it harder. It's going to make me cry. To get to the queen. I'm trying to look. Although the jump should be even more devastating. Or in Woo Boy's case, the 4Q. This place right here. This right here. Is a pretty devastating. If we can get that. Or how about here? And then you come in from here. I would prefer it because that leaves. The problem is that leaves the part I don't like. Although that's not bad. I mean, if we can push in, right? So that 4Q or a jump, what's that giving us? Right? Which means we probably have shot range into this, right? Which means we've got a nice run for a loon attack. Because we'll be able to take this one out. This one should go down. This one might go down. So yeah, I'm going to lean towards that. Jump below AS in mid. Below? Down here. That's where you'd want to do it, Michael? Heal spell can get through the Wiz and Tesla farm easy. So you would just try to heal through it. And Woo Boy wants to a archer queen walk the But still, I think I just am uncomfortable with the walks because of it's such a long walk. You're spending a lot of time getting to there. I think you'll get in a time problem. So I would think more along the lines of, although this cut is not easy, the cut on this line is not easy, double depth, big town hall sink, a lot of DPS, lock you up, you'll be sitting there for a while. So I don't like that. So maybe I would, so maybe around here. So you put a golem posted here. Downside is that Wiz Tower is still defending. It's going to be very difficult to get any type of break into this on this line with that Wiz Tower. So he really doesn't want you to come in from this side. 6 would be better, you think? Oh, is that so? 6 would be where you were saying with the air sweeper in mid. Although if we just do it like this, that gives us somewhat of a similar penetration. And then you can just drive in. It's a lot easier. The cut here wouldn't be as easy. We would probably want to take this. So a minion would get both these. That would be one cut maybe. And he's got this here trying to defend this. And one cannon. So maybe instead just kind of like a Valk. Because there's nothing there to stop it. So like a Valk right here would bounce in and bounce through, and then you've got a pretty nice line for the queen to kind of move in. Now the queen will, there'll be a temptation for the queen to move this way with this slide. But probably can survive that. Reasonable risk. Maybe a golem there. That'll even give your Valk even more time. Golem there. We're moving across. Let's see if that Expo's chewing on it. Nope. Shouldn't. See, so our golem might post up and not even get gnawed on. Giving our Valk run around even more time. Meanwhile, we had our minion jump here. So now we're here. And then we wall break here. Troops flow in. There's a big gap here. Might be Teslas there. I don't know. There's a lot of gapping. That's the only thing is like there's a lot of gapping here, so there's a chance of bounce out. But if you jump right there, then you've got a nice line. And then moving back out, then you can do more of this way. No, because your main team. Ugh. I don't like it still. Doesn't feel right. Maybe here. Maybe right there. Golem. So see, because we can't even penetrate with. No, it has to be over here because of the wall breakers. That Expo is protecting this wall line. Just send some hogs in at the AD while the other defenses are targeted to the kill squad. Yeah. Okay. But a bigger group. The weird thing is, see, my concern is I think that the base's density is here. I think this is where the base density is, and you never want to leave the base density to the end. And so what I would want to do is I really want to hit this. That's where my temptation is. I want to go in and send. I want to get at that tower early and then somehow get to the queen. Get her to come across, but she's going to be right here. And the only reason why I stopped from that was it's double wall. So maybe I should rethink that and just be like, screw it. If you jump and jump, it's kind of narrow. Stoned hobo. Uh-oh. People are using crazy words again. How many golems is in stoned hobo? Just go ahead and tell me, because I don't want to learn the vernacular. From 6. So you want to just basically go, I think stoned is 2 golems maybe, with a double jump. Yeah, 6 is definitely potentially the easiest entry for this wall. This wall here is the easiest wall break line. And it gets you the deepest off of a jump. So that's the pluses from 6. 6 or 9. But actually you get deeper with 6. You get more access with 6. And then you can do a second jump up here, I guess is what you're saying. They would keep walking around. Stoned is 3. So really you're going to snipe action then. So you're gonna, and then maybe do like hog snipe action off the distract. Okay, that could work. Okay, so we're saying 3 golems off of this to come to push in here, off this cut, do the jump, and then maybe a jump here to allow your golems to continue to spread their magic. That's pretty good, actually, because when you think about it, you're not getting flanked by very much. Look at the flanking, because that's the concern I would have. Anytime you're driving to core, you don't want your bowler CC to be getting sniped off. First jump slightly higher should get you to the whiz tower. So you would want it, if you did a jump right off this central dot, that would get you everything. Something like that. Well, that's what they're saying, Ryan, is that so if you do 2 jumps with 3 golems, you're basically trying to control the center, and then the things on the outside are really kind of weak to like a hog action off distract, because this stuff will be shooting in. So as your towers shoot in, then you would begin to rotate hog teams against the edges, because a lot of the edge is anti-air. So it's you get extra bonus there from that. But you really got to work off the distract. So you got to watch when what you'd ideally want to do is you want to think about how the golems are pathing if we're going to do this, and make sure that what you're going to edge snipe, like this for sure can be edge sniped by a hog team. But like this guy here and this guy here, you're waiting for golems to get to this box, right? So that they'll shoot in. But once they're shooting in, trying to support this, then you would take action with a hog team against this, right? So it's really about the timing of the golem teams, and then the sniping's off that. So I'd see a hog type snipe action off this with a pretty large kill squad from 6. I'll buy whoever came up with the 6, get points for that. It's points for the 6. 21. Oh, we already did that one. We can go to 20. Oh, one of these, the void bases. Oh, fun. Symmetrical ADs, somewhat kiltered. AD line, the whiz towers are in a line. Where's the queen? There she is. Sweeper pointed at her. What is up with the sweepers in here? Something's in there that they're protecting. Why are both the sweepers pointing in a box with nothing in it but whiz towers? There's got to be Teslas in there. The Teslas are in here. So, I would assume they are. Why else would he have both? Yeah, there's no other reason to have it doing that. So, Teslas, I got $2, says they're in there with the queen. And good luck collecting. But, right, so if the Teslas are in there, we don't want to start there. So I would say, or we don't want to end there. So I would come at that box, potentially. Yeah. It's a little difficult to get into. Although Wu would say, oh, no, it's not. And he would EQ probably right here. And he would just let his... A little too spread, though, right? Too bad that AD's a little bit back, because if you just get in this box... Although bowlers, that's risky to assume that your bowlers will have that, this won't get cut out before. Although, but this is here in front of it, so they'll both go down at about the same time. I was hoping because this is a higher DPS, it'll be there longer. Then your bowlers would bounce and hit that other one. But that box is too small for Teslas. Really? Well, then why the hell is it all pointed that? You're right. Well, here, though, you have 2 here. Is that big enough for 2? I think so. So you have 2 there. You could have 2 here. Although that still doesn't support the theory of, well, this one does. So that one's supporting these 2 Teslas and that AD. This one I totally did not get. That's supporting the Wiz Towers? I don't know. All right, who knows? Jump could do the work between Archer Tower at 9. Jump could do the work to Archer Tower at 9. This guy? You jump from the outside? Baby dragons for the funnel. Maybe I should run that right now. Oh, you're going to attack it right now, Wu? All right, go ahead. We'll just wait for you. That sounds good. Sounds good, Wu. You go ahead. But I would say if he's not going to run it, because usually when I look at these, this is a void, but it's not a void because it's not empty. So you can't really just say, usually I would run like just around this and use this natural break. But the fact that he's got, some defenses in there, an AD, mortar, bomb chucker, expo. I don't think you can say that. So, is he really going? Well, come on, Wu, don't hold us in suspense. I don't think he's going. I think he's just pulling on leg. I think he's joking. Let's see here, though. Because wouldn't it say this base is under attack if I think it would. Yeah, he's not doing it. It would say. It would tell me. Where would I want to go? I want to get the queen. I don't like the flight pattern for these ADs. Although they do lock up the stuff you're worried about, except for that Wiz Tower. That doesn't lock up. Yeah, I'm ready. Are you going to go? Yes. We're ready. Go ahead, Wu. You're just going to let's just watch Wu. This way we don't even have to review it live. We can just see Wu do it. So let's see if he attacks at the queen or not. Cuz I thought Wu would 4Q right here. What's he going to do? The only problem with that right there is it's a little too wide. Oh, look. I'm a genius. Or at least I've watched Wu attack so many times. I know what he's pondering. So let's see if what I was worried about, which is the spread of the team, becomes a problem. Right? So now he's losing on the flank. He's got this one Wiz Tower. It's taking out both wizards. Will it cause an issue? Uh-oh. Come on, queen. Whew. Queen saw the hound. That was good. Because I just felt it was too wide. Oh, and look at that. Did I call the Teslas? Dude. I have to get points for that. So how are we doing in terms of damage to... His queen is getting a lot of cover from that golem, by the golem, so that worked out. And then he comes in with just a light just a light dusting of 2 hounds and some loons. But the nice line. So what Wu likes to see is this narrow pathing where you really don't have a lot of redirection. So, and you can see here, you never see him backtracking. They're both moving in on the same thing. He does have, it is a late, he's out of spells. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Oh, he had one more hound. It was in the box. He's all right. Yeah. Minute 20. Yeah. So basically he did what we were thinking. And so I guess we can walk away with that thinking, all right, well, this isn't too wide. He had a little trouble from this over here. There was a potential risk right there. If that queen hadn't seen the hound, she had bounced. That would have been a problem. Although maybe not, because, I mean, the hound wouldn't have been then popped. I don't think he had anything else in there. He had some wizards. Oh, look, and one wizard's still alive. Pretty good, Wu. Good job. But you saw the basics of what we were thinking. So attacking the queen, coming in from the top with 4Q. So why usually I say no to 4Q because it's expensive, but in that case, it was the right call, I think, because of the double wall, right? So you can't, wall breaking in here doesn't get you anywhere, right? And then you're supported by, you got a whiz tower protecting the next wall line. So 4Q is good in that regard. And then the spread actually didn't get him. You know, he was able to kind of mill around. Both of his golems dove, and so it was only this guy that ended up being his trouble. Maybe a baby dragon there. Because he lost 2 or 3 wizards here, but I guess that's acceptable loss. Yeah. But otherwise, I thought, you know, I guess the part that we didn't recognize is that once we do that 4Q, the thing that helps me a lot is once you've defined your break and where your kill squad's going to be, drawing out what it can get access to and then drawing a dotted line of what it can basically then reach gives you a good sense of what remains. And if it's a tight enough, narrow enough line or a good pathing for an air run, in this case with what Wu had was 2 hounds, was able to get quite a bit of damage done. And so I think if we would have gotten to that point of drawing out the depth of the kill squad and going past that, then that would have helped. Yeah, how about that prediction there, Wu? Everybody's like, everybody wasn't believing me. I was like, no, there's no reason. There's air sweepers, or he needs to flip those air sweepers somewhere else. That's too much of a giveaway. Oh, look at this. Everybody should be. Did Wu bring things to kill the huts? I don't know. I don't remember. Someone will have to tell me. I don't remember. Oh, and boom, even. Ethan's like, dude, that air sweeper's no good. That was bad placement. Look at another one. Dude, all these bases are just asymmetrical out the yin-yang. All right, so once again, if they give you asymmetrical like this, we want to take the base and basically say, well, they've created there's 2 things with this base. Right? There's a narrow base. There's a narrowing that they're trying to create for you. But what I would be thinking is that you basically want to attack one of these parts of the legs over here with a healer supported type action. It's pretty dense in terms of boxes. So I would be leaning, like a jump right here, though. Boy, that gives you access to quite a bit of stuff. Look at that. So I don't know if you want a wall break there, and you also got, this is a pretty easy, you've got this here, but you drop a golem down, maybe. That'll let your baby dragon fly around for a long time. If you post a golem right here and then wall break, so he bounces over. And this is bad though. This I don't like. This cut will be bad. Oh, there's really nothing supporting that line. So if you can get... So really, all right, so here's what we got to do. We got a baby dragon off this. We're going to golem right here. We're going to get distract, so that baby dragon's going to live for a long time. Live your long time. And then we're going to baby dragon right there. And we're going to minion this sucker. Yep. And so then that, we're going to break in right here. We're going to be coming from here. Do not drop over here. There's a high risk of sliding if you go over there. And then we're going to jump right here. And that gives us downside of that. We're going to possibly pop back out. Ugh, we don't want to do that. Let's see how we could you see your troops going out here and then just going off for a party over here and you'd be like, what the hell? Why did that do that? So we don't want to do that. Let's think more. What is everybody else saying? Nobody's saying anything about this. So, if I don't want to go, see, because we want her to go. We want her to go. In, I guess you could just go here. We could be not greedy. We could just go with this. Nah, I don't like that either. I get less excited the more I look at it. All right, screw it. New plan. New plan. We're going to go right up the gut. So if you... Now, Wu always says that he doesn't like... I might support a 4Q right here. And then we're going to cut like this. Downside, this is going to get killed by this guy. Although if we drop our golem right here, I think he'll walk right in this way. So he'll have a pretty long distract before he goes out of range. And so you might actually go baby dragon this way. He might get this for free. Because I think he'll go for sure 1-2. And then I think it'll be really close whether he'll jump here or not. That's 3+1. And this is 3+1. I don't know which way he'll go. This way for sure. That's 3+1, and that's no, he'll go that way. Anyway, I think dropping the golem to kind of walk that way, or right from here maybe. See if anybody's which clan. Siddharth. You can see the clan. It's up in the corner. So but what I want to do is I'm just trying to get a cut. So maybe I don't even care. We just we'll just drop the baby dragon and let her come this way, and then she's gonna drop in. And then we'll do the same over here. So 2 golems. Or maybe it's just 1 golem. How far will that guy shoot? Oh, he's totally covering it. So this is the only one that's really a problem. If we could figure out how to get that, like a healer supported golem right here. 2 healers plus a golem. You'll get all kinds of value out of that. And then just double jump 2 times. Just go right up the core. With like bowlers. What do we think about that? Or you can come in from the side, but see the side has a slide problem. I'm trying to take care of the golem here will definitely, like golem with 2 healers, definitely going to just sit here and not be able to do anything. So you'll be able to burn down this part all the way down to here with baby dragon. And not have any, it'll just be sitting there. Shoot until it dies. These guys will be locked on it too. And then you can just drop a baby dragon here and then your royals. Dirk just hit with a minion mix, worth a watch. Okay. I'll take a check on that. I'm almost done with this. Because this base design is pretty similar. There's Town Hall 10 bases that have the same kind of layout, but usually it's in a linear, but there's these 2 pods, and then there's a core. And usually you're either healing up, like a healer team is going up the middle or from the side. If you can get through the side, it's like here maybe. Would this side be better than the other one? Let's do this. What does that look like? And then here. Ooh. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Because see how the Wiz Tower's defending there? Plus you got Expo defense. It's going to be very hard to wall breaker. So 2 jumps, maybe, like this. Coming this way. And then just basically 1 golem with 2 healers, potentially. I did before. I did that at Town Hall 10. I don't know. You could also just go with straight golems. And then some type of cut action here and here to get your flow. And then it's a CC bowler. And then your royals behind that with your queen. That would go pretty deep. I mean, you'd get the CC. Even the queen would come to you. She'd be in this box. The other way you could solve that queen is you could jump here instead. And that way you're totally on the queen all over. And then you could do Lava Loon this way, I guess, with like maybe 2 hounds. Can I join your clan? Blah, blah, blah. You can always apply. Yeah, let Woo Boy handle that. But anyway, my point is with this one is that you want to see some type of sustained attack from one of the flank edges or to the core. But then using a smaller air attack at the bottom with like maybe 2 hounds to either A, like if you end up doing this 2 jump that I was talking about here, like this and this, probably you're going to get this down, right? You're going to get these 2 down. You're going to be down in here, but it's going to leave this thing. These will be down. So this part of the base will be down. But again, that's a pretty narrow line, right? You're basically your hounds are going to go like this. Boink, 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 and they're done. Not a bad day. And the other thing is then you can once your core team moves through this with the 2 jumps this way, you can then that should no, it'll actually leave those archer towers, won't it? Well, not this one. This one will be down. This will be down. This will be down. This guy will still be there. So those are there, but you could definitely about to there. You could do some type of minion or baby dragon type cuts because your cut would be probably here and here, right? Those are your cuts. So you're gonna have a little bit of action here where maybe just drop 1 baby dragon will kind of move in. You know, saving yourself some time. Something like that. Let's take a look. Woo Boy said that there was a good attack by Dirk. Let me look around here. Dirk on 15. All right, let's take a look. 1 hound. Where's the queen? Right here. So would think somewhere here. Clutter's going to be a concern. He's working it down by coming at the edges that are not covered. So it's unprotected building. He's going to trim them out. Oh, but look at where he's coming from with his queen. So this is interesting. Far away. Deep planted 4Q. So the queen goes in. So the real question here with this attack is how do you think he's going to get the queen? Right, he's got 20 minions. So right at this point, he's basically got the entire, he's going to have all the ADs down. And then with the rage, so his queen was not able to survive that. Too much pressure from the expos. But it's just loons and minions now because he's gotten all the ADs. And the Wiz towers are on the edge. Prakash Jaha. Can you pronounce my name? Prakash Jaha. What is that right? Is that are you making me say inappropriate things in Hindi? I'm sure I know that's the actual name. I'm kidding. Let's see here. So that was good. So what did he see as he looks at 15, right? We'll stop. So what is he seeing? He's seeing that seems to be in vogue right now, the asymmetrical base. He's seeing the AD line and the Wiz towers on the other side of the base. And what he does is he drives in with a queen walk in 4Q because the queen takes out the ADs before they do. Now that's different than when Wu was saying, you know, the ADs were on edge, let's walk it. Because in those cases, when I kept saying no, is because they were all around. They were like spread out 1, 2, 3, 4. This, boy, you're just right here. But great recognition of, so maybe a tool in your toolbox is one 4Q gets him access to all 4 ADs. And then he goes in with just slight cuts and then the queen walk, or no, it's queen dive, really, getting in position. So then he's like, well, I've got to get the queens down and I got to get the ADs down. But what the one thing the queen can't handle that's air is mass minions. There's too many of them, right? So that's pretty insightful. And let's look at the sweepers. Let's see how let's handle the sweeper, because that should have been a little bit of a problem for him. Both X-bows were not tied up either, because that's really probably what I think he thought he could get deeper with his queen, because he had 4 healers on it. Let's look at it again. Because there's a couple things there that I would have, like, if in pre-planning, I would have been like, okay, I totally get you can get that queen walk in there and get those ADs down, but now the questions are, how do you get the queen down? If he would have said minions, I'd have been like, really? Let's watch. So there's the king. Now, I think he wanted the king. Okay, so it'd be interesting to ask him. Let's see if he's still on. Let's see. Let's ask Dirk. Dirk, did you want the king to dive? Because I think he did. Because notice he goes outside with it. If he would have that king dive with him, he would have had a lot longer sustain with his queen, which I think is what he really wanted. He wanted to get in on those expos. But he gets good. I mean, because look at the value. I mean, it's not. He did get 1 AD down, so maybe he did want it to go that way. I wonder if anybody hears if anybody's listening and is in the chat, if he answers, yes, wanted to go. Yep, so he did. So it was actually. So now that I wasn't watching, now you guys will be like, don't make us watch it again. So I'm going to actually watch it again. Because now we know that that was not what he wanted, right? So he was wanting the queen to be blocked with the king and go a lot deeper. And so where did he lose that? Let's go zoom in on right here. Right? Because he was thinking the king would go here. So actually this is as bad. He could have actually known this going in. Because look at this is common. You know, at Town Hall 10 and 11 for sure, to use the king as a trim and to have him then dive the hole. But you've got to kind of think about how the king's going to see things, because it's 4 away, right? And this is like, well, I'm surprised he didn't. Because look at it. That looks like more than 4 away to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's like 5. So why did the king not? Oh, do you see it? Do you see the problem? Bad wizard. And Devin, you ever do that? You guys, I do that, right? You're all excited. You're ready to, hey, Chris. I'll say hi to Chris. Hi, Chris. Chris is one of our great Town Hall 10s. Can we go back to 22? Yeah, we can go to 22. You want to do it right now? I can go, sure. I'll say sure. We'll come back to this in a minute. Hang on. Chris wants to look at 22 for a second. Why are we looking at 22? I forgot what we said about 22. What was 22? 80's on the edge. This is the one Wu wanted to queen walk the base. Yeah. Yeah. So what did you want to look at, Chris, with 22? What did you want to look at with 22? I'm going to use my robot voice. Maybe I should have stayed with my... Considering he could just type... Why don't we just let him type to us, and then when he's done typing, I will go look at 22. How about that, Chris? Type in chat what you wanted to look at with 22, and then I'll talk about it. But I do want to look at Dirk's... Let's go back to 15 real quick because I think that attack is really interesting. A very unique. His plan was good, but he got the drop of the wizards, right, is where he screwed up because it would have walked his king back. He would have, if he wouldn't have dropped anything, the king would have just wandered back. And it would have I don't know. Well, then it should have come right here even. Because the queen's pretty deep at that point, right? Yeah, basically that was I would have said, I think if he would have started his king here and gone bang, bang, and maybe done a wizard here, then he would have gone to here and he'd been caught up with the queen. Hindsight's 20/20, right? Okay, so now he's back. All right, I'm gonna keep come back 15, but Chris actually set his comment for 22, so let's take a gander. So Chris thinks that Archer Queen walk from 4 counterclockwise to 6. What? 4 CW to 6. That's not counterclockwise. Oh, clockwise CW. Okay. Queen walk from 4. And so when we say 4, we're referring to clocks like 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Here's 5. Here's 4. So 4 is here. So he's wanting to basically probably do a cut like this. And then he's wanting to walk her down because he can get here. The only downside of that is this guy, as he turns, is going to be shooting the queen's healers. So what's the plan for the healers? Hey, Troy, what's up? Hog CCW from 3 during P.E.K.K.A. bowler push. Hogs from counterclockwise from 3. Okay. So my one concern is this. As your queen's walking this way, you're going to lose the healers. So it's a pretty short walk with healers. A lot of investment for being at risk. She will take out the AD right about here. So if you had it under rage while she's coming around the corner, you might not lose too many healers, but you at least lose 1, maybe 2. So that would be my one concern with it. But then definitely Hogs from 3 during P.E.K.K.A. bowler push. 3 P.E.K.K.A. bowler. Oh, and then you would come with P.E.K.K.A. bowler down here, I would assume. Yeah. I forget what, I think we had it was more of a harder push. Enter with P.E.K.K.A. bowler at 6-ish. Okay. Oh, so they're coming in to support the queen. Oh, so you're transferring. Okay. Okay. So let's get more. So he's saying, so he's basically the base weakness that Chris wants to take advantage of is he wants to take advantage of this AD being outside and then this one being here. And so he's going to do the transfer, which means the queen walk's going to transition into a supported P.E.K.K.A. So the P.E.K.K.A. is going to come in from here. And so basically at the queen, and at that point, probably, if you drop them down, you'd probably do a cut here of some type. And you're going to drive in, right? Wall breaker in at 6, yeah. And then you're probably jumping at that point and driving into the core with P.E.K.K.A.s. And then hog action off the P.E.K.K.A. distract because they'll be here, which is similar to what we were talking about before. We were coming from 6. It was a double jump instead of what you're talking about, and we had 3 golems, and then we were snipe actioning with hogs, I think is what we were doing. So the queen walk's interesting because really you're transitioning that to be like a supported or a sustained healer because of the ADs being on edge. So I like that part, Chris. I like the, if he's going to take his ADs and put them out this way, and you can basically get 1, get 2, and now there are only 2 here that really can, this whole part of the base at that point, this part down here is all very weak to supported, sustained type attacks, which, like, if you can get those healers to transition onto the P.E.K.K.A.s without dying off to this AD, this is the turning point for that attack, then you're good. So I'll buy that. So now I'm going back to my favorite attack. I'm going back to 15. And I'm going to look at it again. But I'm looking at it. I'm done looking at it for the king. Now I want to see how he actually was able to, even though he didn't get that deep penetration where he wanted to get these 2 parts of the defense, he wanted to push in with his queen to that point. He didn't get that deep. He was hoping to basically have what we just talked about on the prior base, a supported queen all the way into this depth, right? Basically, the queen just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. But because he didn't start his king right here, and time kind of, you can count the buildings is the other thing. How many buildings both the royals have to go through to get them to join up and the timing to be similar. Have them chew through the same amount of buildings. But anyway, so he loses the king to the outside. Whatever. Still gets this AD down, so it doesn't get this one killed. But I think he lost 2 there. Oh, no, stop. All right, so here we go. Right, we've got the queen. She's overwhelmed. Too many targets. This side of the sweeper. Oh, now here's one key. So look how. So how the sweeper only does 1/3 of the total sweep range. So I wonder if he dropped that timing on purpose or not, because if the sweeper had been doing this third, if it had been over here, this queen would have had a lot longer, and I think she would have basically ended the thing. So, whether he did it on purpose or not, if you can realize that, what, if I get this part of the attack done first, right? It's very risky, but then bang. Look how much he basically needed every one of his minions under rage to get that queen down. Wow. And then it's over. He had 2 hounds, both sitting on top of the expo. But boy, so that was what I was looking for. That sweeper. Basically, the fact that he dropped here first, got the sweeper to be not protecting the queen position, which was here, allowed his raged minions to lock on and stay on the queen. Pretty exciting. Miguel would like to be saluted. There you go, Miguel. Was it as good for you as it was for me? Troy stays away from queen walks. Cold-blooded Laloon. Oh boy. For those who don't know me, I don't like those terms because they're not clear. I mean, it's like easier to say to Gollum, right? It's like, why would we make up names to describe things that numbers? The Mayans figured all that out, all the numbers and everything. Nothing against you, Troy. This is my ongoing quest after 3 years of trying to get that down. Okay, so we're done with 15. I think, have we done 19? Let's take a look. Yeah, we did. I remember this one. So let's skip that one. Let's see, 18. Look at that line of ADs. Symmetrical whiz towers. But I'm more focused on that. Queens here. Sweepers. Pretty thin base. In terms of if you come from either 1030 or 430. Queens there. So I would be leaning to something. What's the radius of the EQ? Yeah, I know all about Hulk, Troy. He definitely was good at coining phrases. And he was a good hogger. I mean, but anyway, so I'm leaning towards, you don't want to come in from the sides. That's death. I'm leaning to down here, but the cuts might be difficult. If we could if I just drop a golem right here, just totally distract this whiz tower, be shooting at it. This will be shooting at it. Uh-oh. That guy's not shooting at it. Sneaky bastard. Oh, here you go. This is better. Nope, still not shooting at it. I was trying to, or like, oh, but I can wall break here. So right there. How about that? I would definitely get the CC and the queen. You'd have a little bit of flanking risk. EQ is 7, 5, or 8. Holo. Now, when he named stuff after the units, that was at least halfway reasonable. But I've given up all of my efforts to try to change names a long time ago. Yeah, I think this attack is more of coming into the mid. So I'm thinking here, and I'm thinking this side, and then you're basically snipe action. So you're gonna try to control this area of the base off of a jump or an EQ, and then like 2 golem, maybe 3, because you get a lot of stuff will be locked to it. Yeah. 19 base, so easy with Archer Queen Walk and Lava Loon, says Nero X. We're not on 19, Nero. But we could be. I mean, I already left it. So what you can go back. I think you can rewind when I'm in. I think you can go backwards and kind of see it. Yeah, you can go backwards in time if you wanted to. It's like a DVD, DVR, whatever. So anyway, that would be my thinking right there. I would be doing cut action off of this, coming into this box, working right here, because I want to stay. I probably want to stay away from. It's a little wide. I don't like how wide it is, but 2 golem where we shift in, we might be all right. And then we do sniping off this as we move. Everybody with me on that one? Maybe a lot of defense in each box. Oh, you think in the expo boxes? Could be. 2 expos there. But I mean, as long as you've got a pretty big, hefty, something that holds this middle, because that jump will give you, this is where you're at within the base itself. You can be, all this is yours with that one jump. That's a lot of the base, right? And then, because you don't even really need to, yeah, because basically then you don't have, there's no, yeah, I'm pretty sure, hey, RunBuck, I can go back, lol. Yeah, there you go. Oh, wait. Atwell wants to do Valks. Hurry up, bro. Where do you want me to go? Cabio 123 wants me to hurry up. You know, I'm slow, man. I'm in no hurry. I'm just putzing along, dude. But if you have a specific one you want to look at, let me know. So I'm done with that one. Let's look at 17. $17. 30-30. A lot of ADs in a line-ish. Definitely not symmetrical. So this one, I want to come in over here, but I don't like the queen over there. And it's pretty spread if try to drive across. It's too wide. This is pretty narrow, though. Come over this way. Still a long way. Not a lot of pressure, though. The expos are back. No. This base, anyone can get easy 2-star. I would hope so. I don't know, though. This one is bugging me. It's definitely a walk base. I mean, they'll let you walk it up. You know what's interesting about this base? Here's what I'm gonna say. This is actually might be a healer supported giant base. You walk this channel, get in right here. Walk this channel. You're basically your queen is going to take out all this stuff in order. Without, I mean, it's going to be a lot of pressure. So maybe it's a, you know, that's why I said it's giants with a queen behind it. But if you can get the cuts down, so you start with like, so you put a golem here. This might get sucked over to this golem, but maybe on this side. Let's clear it off again. Ellen's live in a few minutes. Let me know when she's going. Troy wants to do baby dragons. Just because. Baby dragons from where, Troy? You're just gonna throw. It's pretty nice. I mean, that is a pretty. If you can just walk, heck, you can just jump that thing. And you don't even need to be. Actually, hell, screw that. Just go right here. Just jump it. Because the wizard tower is gonna make that hard. So put a jump on there. Your cuts will be pretty. Like right here to here. Baby dragon. Here. And then your guys go in. Your queen supported with healers. And she's just going to walk this whole corridor. Take all the shit out. And then you're basically Gabanzo. Okay, so Wu is agreeing with me. And then you can drive off the edge. See, because so this is just a really nice, the queen's walk right here. It's just a nice, it's just letting you walk right up through there and kill all the ADs. And then maybe have a jump here if you want. It gets you into this box and then just blow that shit up. And then at that point, you can just, I don't know, see what you got left. Maybe 5 or 6 healers. But definitely, that's what that base is. So we're done with that one. So, where are we at now? How's the war going? 15, attacks 31. We've attacked 4 times. 4 3-stars. Wow, you guys are really tearing it up over there. We had a horrible war, won back, so it's nice to see a good start here. and I'm not referring just to them. I'm referring to my attacks. But my spirit was broken, so I couldn't concentrate. Let's see here. What do we got? Team Whoopit on 16. Where are the sweepers? Here. Here. Queen. CC. Wiz Towers on edge. AD's kind of classically in middle. So this one I actually would I'd lean more towards a more classic, just hit this with like a 1 golem. Let's get some kind of cut in, get the queen. and jump across to here. I'm thinking, because it'll give me that one sweeper, because it's a nice line then. Maybe not. Oh, somebody's live. Hold on. Where is she? Ellen is live. All right, James, let me take a look at that once we get done with. That's a Woo Boy special. Okay. Then I know, if you tell me that, then I know what to look for. I mean, we'll go back to that in a minute. So what do we got with Ellen here? We've got, wow, we got a lot of damage done down at 6 to 830, and we got the kill squad moving along the edge. I don't know if that's on purpose. Oh, maybe so, because we got the jump moving into the core. Got some hogs left. Hogs! No, this doesn't feel right. Damn queen. Oh, well, the wizard's going to teach her a lesson across the wall. So that worked out. What do we got left here? Oh, there's the hog team. Wow, this is working out. Maybe. Keep running. Run away, hogs. Run fast. Get away from that king. Keep running. Oh, no. Don't hurt the... Oh, no. Get it down. No, don't shoot me. Okay. Do we have enough time? I don't know. Looks like we're going to have a time problem. That one storage is too far back. Oh, the Pekkas have said they volunteered to stay with it. Nope. Not today. Not today. Close, though. Very close. So let's watch that again and see where we went wrong. I would assume that that was not intentional, the flanking of the kill squad. Where'd that attack go? Let's see. So, oh, this was where he was wanting to do the queen walk and then the whole versus where we were just like slam up a double jump 3 go. Yeah, okay. Okay, so it'd be interesting to go back and compare that. So this was what he wanted to do. So let's take a look at it. So he's getting the queen walk. Okay, so first off, that's not where he wanted the queen to go. And I think if you go back and replay, yep, I remember talking about this. I remember talking about how I was worried the queen was going to slide. So if this slides, I'm going to be like, told you. Yep, told you. So this is not where he wanted it to go. He wanted to come up here, remember, with the Pekkas. And the thing that you got to notice when you look at the base is that it's at, whenever you see this waterfall type wall structure, it's built, it has a tendency to slide you that direction. Don't ask me why. So, yeah, and that's why I think we were debating it originally, trying to enter. We were trying to do some type of queen movement in that on that side, and I specifically said that. And if I didn't, I said it now. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Michael. You and me we're together. Chris is like, dang it. All right. But anyway, think about the try the 2-go instead. And don't attack from 430 with the queen. That slide will get you. Where were we? Oh, wait. Somebody was telling me how to do a certain base. Let me scroll back in the comments. That's a Woo Boy special, right? Which number were we on when we did that? 16? Oh, it must have been 15, 16. Was it? Yeah, because the queen's up here. I don't remember. Let's look at 16. I guess I could just go backwards in my DVD and look here. Which one was that? So we did 17. Yeah, and we were looking at 16. And okay, yeah, it was 16. Okay. Wow, that DVDAR function's nice. Thanks, Douglas. I try to work. It's more of just for fun. The vids here. Oh, BTW and the dad from JTJ2. Oh, by the way. Versus, oh, look, that's kind of like Team WBT, but reversed letters. All right, so you think this is a Woo Boy special. Now, so if I know Woo Boy specials, and I think I do, he would say, he would 4Q right here to get these two ADs. Oh, wait, he's not getting the queen there. So let's go here instead. He would EQ right here to get this. And then he would cut, and he would cut, and he would drive in. Just blow some shit up right around in here. And then he'd go like that. Is that right? Seriously? I ain't doing that. Douglas, come on now. Now you're getting weird. Quake on the gold storage and DE storage. Yeah. Yeah, you got it. I think we're agreeing, James. So I think I need the stamp of approval from Woo Boy. Woo, do you approve of my base 16 Woo special? I just type in at Woo to make sure he gets that. Yeah, I used to play a lot of Clash Royale, and then I thought it was dumb. I got tired of it. I was like, I'm going back to a game where it's man on man, and not this real, like more of a plotted. I'm going back to this is my game. Who we kidding? But boy, for a while there, I was really into it. I tried to be into it, and I was like, it's like it's that one Saturday Night characters. Pat. That's who I was thinking it was. All right, so fifth. What are we on? 14? 14. Because we skipped 15. Here we go. 14. Where we got? We got the queen. CC. Sweeper. What a beautiful, beautiful arrows. Okay. Pretty narrow base. When you look at it, it's kind of got a little bit of a narrow feeling to it. ADs are pretty tightly placed down here. Oh, Daniel Dell found the chat. Good job, Daniel Dell. So I would say, stare at this a while. See, what I don't like is if you come from anywhere from like 10 to 1 o'clock to get the queen and the CC, you're kind of leaving the ADs are out there. So that's not good. So you really want to come from the bottom. It's a really dense base. I'm almost thinking like this is a bowler parade, man. We just come from here. Like here, and we just go right up the gut. Because it's narrow enough, we're not getting flanked. The bowlers have range to get all this. There's nothing really hurting the bowlers. And they'll end up getting them all the way to here. And then shooting out. And then what the question would be, what do we do off of that? You think 14's a hog base, Woo? Yeah, because it is pretty narrow. So if it's a hog base, we want to get the queen then. And then just move like this way. So maybe then we would come from here. So we would come from 12. Lock up something with a golem. And then move hog action this way. So if we had basically a smaller kill squad like a KHC1, one golem, kind of taking up, tightening up things, it'll lock that one expo. It'll let your troops run this way, right? So they're coming. So here's your hog pathing coming across. And then you could even drop another golem here as a distract for the backside. Right? Come off this right here. This whole backside should be tied up, and then you could just run another hog team right here while this sits here and chews on that other golem. What do you think about that? Who likes that kind of a? It's a 2 distract hog play. We need Ren on. But if you penetrate with the KHC1 into this box and just really don't try to go past that, and then you're moving your hog lines here is your first path, and then as you come across, then you're gonna have a second distract. So I remember kind of like surgical hog, where you'd have the one, even do a giant. So you do a giant off this, and then you could just surgical hog against this pressure side. This is the only one that's kind of doing you a little bit more damage. But then it's just basically 2 fronts, here and here, pushing, and then both will run through the edge. Chris likes drags here. Okay, hang on, Chris. Now you lost some points because you did the 22 hit. Was it the 22 hit? I think so. But anyway, let's see what you're saying. I like drags here. Archer Queen. I'm just giving you a hard time. Archer Queen walk from 9 counterclockwise. Dude, why are you? Okay. That's a long walk though. Big damage sink right there. Okay, so the one thing is like, so how are we going to get this to make sure she goes this way? Right? We got to make sure. And then drags at 11. Oh, okay. So you're taking advantage of the gap. This is an air weak side of the base. So you're going to drag it up. Big dragons. Which then that queen will not, the dragons don't give a shit about the queen. Okay, I'll buy that. And what do we really got left then? This is the queen walk. Really, this is remaining. You did lose points, Chris. Lava Balloon for the final AD at 130. Here. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, so that's a 3-part attack. But wouldn't it, I still think, isn't it simpler to just KHC1, hog action, surgical, like a giant hog, bang, 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 because they're all shooting in, right? It's very easy. The whole thing you used to have with the surgical hog was if it's on edge, you can easily distract it with one giant and you take no damage with the hogs and they just drive on through. So I think if you look at it from more of a hogger's perspective, the narrowness of the base coupled with the compactness, it's a simpler attack. But if you're more comfortable with dragons, that's definitely the dragons from here take advantage of and also clean the part of the base that's going to scare you at the end, right? So it's taking advantage of the weakness of the air. I do like the queen walk down here. I don't like this sink. That makes me nervous. And I'm worried about this last chunk right here. So this one seems a little more complex, but it could work. So there's 2 good ones. Chris, I'll give you half points for that. Douglas Johnson gives me a okay and a pointy sign finger. 13. Here we go. And you know I will not talk about Town Hall 10 because I don't know jack shit about that. Well, I could, I guess, but we're just going to do Town Hall 9 today. So we're almost done. We're getting into the harder bases. Food. I have no idea what you're saying. Did you mean fool? Doug's still talking in chat. All right, let's see here. Really, this is centralized ADs. If you swap that one Expo with that one AD, they're all pretty tight in. One's with the Queen. That King box looks suspicious. I feel Tesla's in there. Let's think about why they'd be there. I don't know. I'm just guessing. You have to have a reason why they're there. Think about the flow. Let me do my usual markup. That always helps me. Sweeper. Sweeper. Queen. CC. Dead space. That usually helps air attacks. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The good news is look at the amount of things that are covering this AD if a hound comes to it. You do have Overwatch, so you're going to burn through this. And this I don't like. Oh, it's pretty close. They're all going to be shooting that. Except for that one. But if you drop it by and then rage through, you should be alright. I get my points back. Okay, I'm sure you will. I don't not believe in you. Hold on, I'm trying to get this thing back. Where? This is on, there it is. So here's what I'm thinking with this one. I'm thinking from 6. I'm thinking somewhere down here. This is more of a classical KHC1. So Golem and the Kill King Queen. Coming into this Queen box. You don't have a lot of risk on the, as you look at from a wall break open. I mean, it's a little more difficult because these two. You could, we suck at the town almost. I think that's why we're doing this. No. We all suck. That's the first thing you have to embrace with the game, is that you will suck for various points of time. Don't miss this little hidden hut here. I'm trying to look at how to get into this box. This queen box. Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't like it. I don't like it. Because I was going to come... all those whiz towers on edge are interesting. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait a minute. What am I thinking? Forget that. We're gonna snipe this thing. Yeah. Yeah. So here we go. We're gonna go. So remember, we got the slide risk here. And here. He's really trying to screw with you. Let's do this. Let's play with this anyway. Alright, so one golem here posting up somewhere, but it locks up these two archer towers. And the queen. Ugh. Okay, never forget that. I think I would do 4 AQ max from 430 opens up to mid. 430. Right about here. Right about here. 430. Right there. I'm gonna ask Wu where he thought that. So on the gold storage. 6, 1. Or would you do it right? Isn't it 8? Isn't EQ 8? So then if we do that here, that would get you all the way into here, as well as here, and as well as here. You'd have it pretty open. Right between the cannon and the E-store. Cannon. E-store. What? The elixir storage. Cannon. Oh, right here? Or right... Oh, no, right here. Right here. Oh, okay. That's not 430, dude. That's 4. 4, 5. Come on. The queen don't hate you because you can't penetrate. har. Yeah, that would open up all these, right? So you'd get this, you'd get this. Okay. That's funny. My playback just got. I'm trying to get back to where I was in my playback. All right, so that's good, Woo. I like that. So then if you're going there with the EQ, that actually gets a lot of stuff. And then would you that gets you almost, I would think you might penetrate all the way to the, you might not get this one. Would you then just be sniping off this backside or hog action? So if you do this, that should give you access, I mean, all the way to all these boxes. That's your access. So that's basically all the ADs are down. So then maybe baby dragon off the other side. So we do baby dragon then or something to clean off the other edges? Or dragon? Like dragon this way? Woo's thinking about it. So Woo, comment on that. But I think I like the entry because that does give you, the base is definitely narrowed. The question is, how do you want to deal with this narrowing at that point? Really, the only defenses left are up here. So, yeah, I would drag in here and to just come home. Because you're definitely going to get these three first. I mean, you're coming in from this side anyway, so this one's going to be down. This one will be down next. This will be the last one to go down and be on the queen. So if you're coming with, but if you come with dragons, then she's going to die. There's a lot of defense here. So really, you want to avoid the high health with the dragons, so you come from this top side. What do you think about that? He's pondering. He's not going to comment. All right, so we'll just skip it while Woo's thinking about it. Dude, it's getting late. Last one. Okay. Let's draw our scribbles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, this one's easy. So you want to come, oh, but the downside is they got a lot of clutter down here trying to force you to not, see how they put all their clutter here? They don't want you to come in this way. They really want to keep this alive. That's why all this shit is down here. But the easier side is this single. Oh, this is making it a little more difficult. Watch out for Troll Tesla at 3. I usually prefer loons, but either. Okay, so you're green on the prior one. So on the prior one. Oh, look, it's Zach Bauer. Hey, Zach. It's my cousin or my nephew, my brother's son. But hey, so yeah, Are you? So Scott is saying, watch out for Troll Tesla. Which base are you talking about? Yeah, you need to zoom in, but it's not hard to do. I'm broadcasting from within the game, Daniel. I'm inside the game. We're on base 12, right, guys? Base 12. You talking base 12? I need to zoom in. All right. There you go. I'm tempted to. Well, you can't though because it's too many storages on the outside. I know what A-Boy would say. He would say, screw it, and he would come from the top. The one thing you've got going here is that he put this mortar here. So you can put no, you can't. You can, but this can be. You put a column. You could baby dragon this out pretty easily. So this cut can be done. And then, because there's no cover, right? So you can baby dragon this, come in, then drop a golem here, so the baby dragon can keep doing its thing and not have anybody bug it. So golem posting up here, baby dragon's working in this way. You drop the golem as it works in, but you know basically do it before if you don't want to miss the timing. And then the only part that's tough is this here, because he's not gonna go. It's really tough on the. No, zoom in. I think he's talking about the pixel perfect EQ. Time zone, smartass. Oh, you guys are. It's not that far behind. I can see I'm on 12. All right, wait. So are you caught up with me yet on 12? You guys do your pixel perfect EQ on 13. You guys can keep debating that in chat. I just want to get 12 done. In my mind. And the real question is how to get in on the queen. Well, you could do the woo boy. You could woo boy it. So here, right? You start with a golem here, or maybe here. We're not EQing yet. So first we're here and we're here. We're baby dragoning like we talked about here to get this cut going, right? Maybe one here and maybe one here. So we've got that burn going. So basically we're leaving, this is our cut. There's a golem here and then we EQ. So the golem should read this and they both should come into the mid and move through here. And then our kill squad can move in behind it. And that'll give us access to all this, which is also the queen. But the queen, she'll jump that box to support this. So the queen should come over, and then we can just run the Lavalunian from here. Although we don't like this, so really we want to run it from here, if we could. Which really means we want to move, so because, well, I'm going to stick with that. I'm sticking with where we broke it because the cuts were easier. You want to max for this one? Max, and then so it's more of a snipe action? No, you can't snipe action. It's not deep, but there's not, the ADs aren't close enough. Or you could max off this EQ and just come in here and then do another jump. You could do that. Because I don't like this finger that's left here. Although they will be shooting in. That's something to think about. So if your golems are coming down here and we've done the EQ right here, they're going to be moving more this direction. So they're going to be kind of coming to this direction. You should have shots in all the stuff shooting in. So snipe action off that would be pretty good. And then bring your Laloon team through and over. Because you might actually even get this one with your queen, depending on how she walks through it. So Wu, you're going to hit? Because now we're done. I'm done marking up bases. So if somebody's going to hit, it needs to be anyone going to hit. I'll ask on this. Okay, Wu says he's going to do it. What have we missed while we're waiting for Wu? We've got 4 3-stars, 6 attacks. They've got 16 attacks, 7. So they're just a little bit over, under 50%. If they would have had 8. And we're a little bit above. So we're doing all right. We're just a little slower. And to close out the night, Wu Boy will step up to the plate on number 12. There's a lot of people waiting to see what happens. What the hell is night mode in YouTube gaming? Whoa. Nice. Wow, I just went to night mode. Oh, okay, here we go, folks. The last attack of the evening. Woo Boy's taking a look at the base. He is oh, he totally did the EQ. Went a little higher than I would have. He went higher with it. But see, that's because he really thinks about it a lot. So I don't think about that EQ because I hate it. But now maybe I'm beginning to appreciate it. He's breaking me. Okay, so he's getting in. This is nice though. Look at the depth he's got as far as the attack. The queen's a little concerning. I don't like her position. She's kind of hiding down there, talking about their queen. I don't like the fact that the baby dragon's up so long. Oh. Down goes the queen, and the other queen's still up. See, I wanted to be more this way because I wanted to get access to the queen and the CC. He was higher up on the wall than I wanted to be. I'll be curious to see if he can pull this out. He did get down 2 ADs though. The question is going to be, can he somehow luck into the pups from the hound getting the queen down? It's going to be not likely. He's out of spells now. No, this is not going well. This is not what he wanted. You should always talk in that voice. Oh, yeah. So right now, Wu is pissed. But so that's why I was talking about when I kept drawing the EQ, I was more down here because I was very worried about being too spread and not being able to control the focus of the kill squad on what you really wanted, which was the CC and the queen. And you saw how the baby dragon and the queen ended up being his death, right? Way too much damage was done by the baby dragon. If he would have done here, is that 8? Because he would have done 4. So yeah, he would have been more this side, and his group would have came in and been more here. and you saw a lot of his stuff was up top. Good try though, Wu. Good try. Yeah, the EQ was a little high. I would have been more down. But otherwise, I think we're good for today. Let's not try to kill ourselves. Seems like it was fun. We'll try to do it again on our next war. So just watch the... I tried to set it as a scheduled event. So if we have a war that has a bigger prep time, I'll be able to kind of give you more of a heads notice. But then if you're subscribed to the channel, you'll get a notice of an event being scheduled, I think. Well, yeah, and you missed the... But there you go. I'll stop recording now.